Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Comfort Francis, and I'll be anchoring the live show today. Today's topic is how to establish effective communication with children. So the first question we had people send in some questions, and I'll be talking about it on this live. So the first question we got was, how can I establish a strong foundation for effective communication with children? So I would say the first thing you need to do is build trust, because when you build trust with a child, they feel more comfortable and more safe around you to say what they want to say, and they feel safe when they actually say it. So build trust, build rapport with children. Building rapport with children is also very essential for effective communication. Listen to them, listen to when they talk, listen to the things that they say, pay attention to them. Look out for the things that giving you show you care by the things you say, your cues, your facial expressions. So let them actually know that, oh, you're listening, you care. So building rapport, you have to spend time with them, you have to listen, you have to actually show that you care about what they are talking about and the things that they are actually trying to express. So that's just one way of building effective communication with children. So build trust, start by building trust. Let them know that, oh, they can trust you. If something happens, they would rather wait for you to come than tell any other person. Let them know that, oh yes, they trust you, and whatever they're going to say is safe with you. And I think that's the major step in building effective communication with children. So number 2 question we got was, what are some strategies for actively listening to children and understanding their need? Number 1, give your full attention. Giving your full attention when a child is talking, you pay so much attention. You don't use your phone. Don't get interrupted. Pay attention. Let them know that, oh, you care. You're invested in what is going on with them. You're investing your time and your resources. Just pay attention. If they need anything, do you need water? Do you need anything so you can be able to express yourself more? Pay attention. Listen to what they're saying. Your facial expressions, your cues. They children actually look at that. They watch it. They want to know what you're going to do. They want to know how you're going to react if they say a particular thing. So show them that, oh, what you're saying is very important. Let them know that, oh, they're not actually just talking, that what they're saying is important. I think that's a major factor. And number 2, maintain eye contact. Just that's part of paying full attention. Because if you're paying full attention, you're looking at them, you're watching them, you're listening to them, you're watching their lips. So you pay attention, you maintain eye contact. You also avoid interrupting, like I said earlier, like having to use your phone, having to touch your phone, having to be distracted in any manner. So paying full attention to when the child is actually expressing their emotions is also very important. And number 3, reflect back on the things that they've said to show that you validate their feelings. Because when they're talking, you just, like I said earlier, you do not interrupt them, because you want to let them talk, you want to let them express their feelings. So when they're done talking, you reflect back on the things that they said and shows that you care. It shows that you were actually listening and you were invested in what they were saying. So yes, to maintain communication with children, you have to pay full attention, maintain your eye contact, avoid interrupting when they're talking, reflect back on what they said to validate their feelings. You can chip in a few words of encouragement here and there. It actually shows that you care. It actually shows that, oh, you're invested in them. You actually you understand what they're trying to say, even if you really don't. But you have to show them that, oh, I understand. I know it can be like this sometimes. Talk to them. Children really appreciate. They feel more safe with a person when you can actually relate. When you act like you can relate to what they've just said. So yes, that's how we can actually. That's one of some of the strategies for actively listening to children and understanding their needs. Number 3 question we got was, how can I adapt my communication style to effectively connect with children of different ages? Now, younger children, they need more explanation because they're still minors. So, children are minors until they get to 18. But the way you talk to a 5-year-old is not the way you talk to a 10-year-old. The way you talk to a 2-year-old is just not the same way you talk to a 6 or a 5-year-old. So that you have to watch things you say. You use age appropriate language and concepts. Younger children may need more explanations. They may need you to go in more in details to what you just said. Take your time, be patient with them, listen to them, because younger children, they need more explanations. You have to talk to them with care, and the tone of your voice too. If you're talking, your tone of your voice you used to talk to a 10-year-old should not be the tone of your voice you used to talk to a 3-year-old. You have to work on the tone of your voice when talking to children of different ages. And then older children can handle complex situations, like complex explanations and all of that. But when it comes to younger children, let the tone of your voice, let it sound very nice and soft, and let them understand what you're saying. You have to break the things down for them to understand, so that they can be able to adapt to the things you're saying, your communication styles and everything. Of course, they're still growing, so you have to take your time with them. You have to listen. You have to just be patient with children from younger ages, from 5 below. You have to be patient and all of that. So number 4 question we got was, what are some effective ways to encourage open and honest communication with children? So you have to create a safe and non-judgmental environment. Like I've been saying earlier, when they see that they can have communications with you, when they see that they can actually talk with you, they can say things with you and feel safe, a little more. When they feel that, oh, if they say anything, it's safe to say it with you, they're more comfortable to say it with you. There's this safe, you just created a safe space for them. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon. How are you?
Okay, so like I was saying, you have to create this safe environment where children can feel very comfortable expressing themselves. Encourage them to share their thoughts. I used to nanny for a family that they had a baby, a girl, a young girl. She was 4 or 3. So when she comes back from school, she'd want to talk, and she's like, I don't know. I'm like, it's okay. You have to ease them into having conversations with you, ease them into being able to feel comfortable to talk to you and all of that. So you have to ease them to want to talk more and to want to express their feelings around you. So that's one of the things you have to do. The very first thing I talked about was establishing a strong foundation for effective communication. And I said the first thing you have to do with that was to build trust. So you cannot actually do any other thing if they don't trust you. They will not want to talk to you if they don't trust you. They will not want to have conversations. They will not want to be around you if they don't trust you. So the first thing you need to do is to make them trust you. So if you can earn their trust, every other thing can come easier, a lot easier than if they don't trust you. You cannot force them. You cannot force children to do what they don't want to do. It's not possible. It's barely possible. Okay, so the fourth question we have is what are some effective ways to encourage open and honest communication? That is what I just talked about. And the fifth question is, how can I effectively communicate boundaries and expectations to children clearly, and consistently? You have to tell them, oh, this is I want you to tell me what happened at school. You open up, you tell them, you talk to them clearly in clear words. So let them know that, oh yes, and say positively, use positive languages when talking to children, and also explain the reasons behind the rules that you just gave to them. And you can also provide alternatives, and You can also provide alternatives, yes, when appropriate. If they come back, if children are around, maybe they went out or they're going out, you can tell them the things you don't want them to do when they're out. Tell them the reasons why you don't want them to do it when they're out. That's more better than actually trying to warn them or trying to scare them. It's easier when you have conversations with children, talk to them, set boundaries, tell them, give them rules and regulations, but in a more softer tone. And that they'll be able to do it, and it's going to be much easier. But if you do that, when you give rules and regulations, you can also give them reasons behind that, behind why you want them to do what they are doing or why you do not want them to do that. So I think that children actually respond when you go a tone lower. You have to be nice, you have to say the things you have to say, but in a nice and in a soft tone. And children actually listen. They listen and they actually obey. But all that can happen when they trust you, because they cannot do any of this if they do not trust you. So they have to trust you for a start before you be able to talk to them and they will listen effectively. Especially if you're a nanny, if they're not your children, you have to be nice. Let them know that, oh, if she's saying that we should not do this, let us not do it. Let's not do it. Let's obey her. She said we shouldn't. And you also tell them, I don't want you to go out and play in the rain because you might slip, you might fall, this might happen, that might happen. Give them, you can also give them alternatives. You can also tell them, okay, don't play in the rain, let's go have a shower. You want water on your body, let's go have a shower. Give them alternative, give them something else instead of just being strict and being mean. Children actually are closer to people who can relate to what they're doing. They feel more closer to people who can actually relate to their feelings and everything. Number 6 question we got was, what are some techniques for resolving conflict and misunderstandings with children through communication? Number 1 is teach children problem solving skills. With that, if you can teach children how to solve problems in school or at home with their friends and their peers, it's easier. It's really it's a lot better than having to be there and do it all on your own. Because if you can teach children how to solve problems, such as listening, also listening to their peers, paying attention, compromising, because in school they're going to get to meet other people, they're going to meet their peers, they're going to meet friends. So you can teach them, you can make compromises. If you actually sat here and this is somebody else's seat and that is where your friend, you want to sit close to your friend, it's okay, you can see your friend later. But to avoid fights, to avoid problems, you can get up, make compromises. Teach them how to make compromises in a safe and in a very respectful manner. Teach them how to respond to people. Teach them how to be open-minded about it when you're teaching them anyways. So with that, you can actually, that's one way of resolving like major conflict and misunderstanding with children through communications, and also help them find common ground. So when you're teaching to children how to communicate effectively, also help them find common grounds too. Because if you're teaching them how to compromise, how to listen effectively and attentively, teach them problem solving skills, how to sort out problems if there's no adult around. But you cannot do all of this if they don't still trust you, because children need to trust you. They need to find a reason to. They should want to do it because you said they should, and that can only happen when they're safe with you, when when they see you doing it too. Because that's one thing, children actually watch and they listen. So if they say that, oh, you cannot solve problems on your own, and as an adult you're always talking in a very harsh tone, they're not going to want to listen. Whatever you have to say is not even going to make any sense to them, because they see you do it. They see you do what you're trying to tell them not to do. They see you do it in the other way around. So why are they going to want to do everything nicely and calmly when you're being chaotic about it, and there's so much problems, and you can also they should see that, oh, this happened and this was the way you solved it. This happened and this was how you were able to handle the situation. Because let them see that this is what you're doing and this is how you handle, this is the problem and this is how you handle it effectively. Let them be able to watch and learn from you, not just saying it and then you're not doing it. Let them watch you, let them see you do it every day, and they can learn faster. Number 7 question we got was, how can I use non-verbal communications to enhance my interaction with children? Non-verbal cues. You can use non-verbal cues. I think I mentioned that in the first or the second question. Like your facial expressions, if they're in church, anywhere, and they're making so much noise and you don't want them to make so much noise, and maybe they're not close to you, your facial expressions can actually tell them to stop and to not stop, because children listen. So you can actually start teaching them non-verbal cues from home. They also teach, I think they do teach that in school, so you can start teaching that. You can start letting them know that, oh, I don't want you to do that, don't do that. Your facial expression alone should tell them that my mommy doesn't, or my nanny doesn't want me to do that, or that man doesn't want me to do that. Do you understand? So like your facial expression goes a long way in teaching these children how to interact non-verbally. And then you should also, your gestures, when you're teaching them the non-verbal cues, your gestures too is going to make them feel warm. So you should convey understanding and interest. So if you're teaching them non-verbal cues, teach them also how to be kind and how to show warmth and how to show love and understanding towards their peers and every other person around them. So these are things that you need to do when you're trying to enhance interactions with children non-verbally. And number 8 question we got was, what are some tips for using positive reinforcement and praise to encourage effective communication with children? Acknowledge the children's efforts. You did something nice, or you did your homework, that's a good job, you did a nice job. Encourage them, show them that, oh, what they just did, they did a great job, they did something really good. Encourage them. It's going to boost them, it's going to boost their ego to do so much more, because you said you encouraged them when they did the first one. Encourage them, so they're going to do better. So encouraging children, praising their efforts goes a very long way. And use specific and genuine compliments to reinforce positive behaviors. So compliment them every day. Compliment them. Let them know that, oh, they're actually doing a good job. They're actually doing something nice on their own. They're doing something great. Compliment them and acknowledge their efforts. Appreciate their efforts. Show them that, oh, I like what you did. What you did was really nice. Thank you. I like it. Keep doing this. Keep doing it this way. It actually shows them that they're going to want to do more. I mean, everybody is going to want to do more for a person or to themselves. If they say that, oh, I did this and I got complimented for it, I was appreciated for it. So appreciate children. They are humans too, because they are much younger doesn't mean they are humans. Appreciate them, encourage them, and they're going to do so much better. Another question we got was, how can I effectively communicate with children during challenging or emotional situations? Stay calm. Be very, very calm. Practice the art of staying calm. Now, be calm, be composed, provide a safe space for children to express their emotions, and also listen. Listen to them, because if something happened in their life or around them, maybe in school or anywhere around their friends, they might not know where to say that. They might not know who to say it to. But if they're actually coming to you to have a conversation about it, I think you should be calm, be composed. Let them be able to express their feelings. Let them be able to say what they have to say. Validate their feelings. If possible, you can also act like, oh, what they're going through has happened to you before, and this was how you were able to go about it. What they're going through is something that you've actually seen. Let them feel comfortable around you. Oh, your tooth, you lost it. That's okay. That's fine. It's going to grow back. Let them feel like everybody goes through the same thing. Everybody is somehow going to get to that point. So let them feel this sense of comfort, and let them just comfort and peace when they're around you. That's like another effective way to communicate with children when they're dealing with emotional situations and all of that. And you can also offer support and guidance without judgment. You can offer emotional support. You can have conversations with them, in-depth conversations. You can offer support without judgment, like I said earlier. You support them without having to say anything bad, without having to say bad words and all of that. So I think that's like another effective way to communicate with children that are dealing with emotional situations. And the last one of the questions we got, which is the last question, is what are some strategies for promoting effective communication between children and their peers? Encourage active listening. I mean, if you as a parent listens to them attentively, they're going to want to listen to others attentively. What you show them is what they're going to show other people. So if you don't listen to them, if you're not empathetic, they're not going to be. So whatever they see from inside, from the home, or what you show them, the attributes you are, is what they're going to be. Let them teach them how to show respect for others' opinion. Teach them, that, like I said, what you are is what they're going to be. Because children, if they're growing with you, if they're living with you, they are obviously going to emulate the characters and the attributes that you show them every day. So if you're being rude, if you're toxic, that is exactly what they are going to be. If you hear children say bad words, best believe they learn it at home or in school. Because peer pressure too in school is a place that they get to see many people of their age. So they get to learn things that you never thought they would get to learn. And in school they have children from different backgrounds, different homes, that come out with different point of views and everything, and they've all been trained differently. So if you're actually teaching you're kind at home, your child is going to be kind. You're going to have a kind child. If you're not kind, if you're rude, if you're not empathetic, they're not going to be. So anything you want your child to be, you have to start by being that first. Anything you want a child to be, you have to start by being that first. You have to be that kind of person that you want them to be. You have to be calm and composed when they come up with problems, when they are going through something emotional. Be calm, listen to them, hear them out, let them be able to express their emotions and their feelings. Listen attentively, listen actively, maintain eye contact. Also teach non-verbal cues. So even if you're not saying anything, your facial expressions and your hand movements should be enough to let them know that, oh yeah, you're actually listening, you actually, you're following, you're not lost, don't get distracted with your phone. Your phone you can keep your phone aside when they're talking, because that's going to show them that, oh yeah, you're listening and you actually care so much about what they're saying and what they're going through. So you can teach children that how to use non-verbal cues, how to be kind and how to be nice to other people, and how to be able to express their emotions without being rude and without being agitated, without being angry. So teach them how to be calm, teach them how to express what they have to say, teach them how to talk openly and how to have conversations with people without feeling intimidated and all of that. So I think that with these few points I've been able to make, I think you can actually raise confident children that can talk, children that can converse, can have conversations boldly with you. So I don't know if we have any questions. I would like to take questions. If you have any question, I'd like to take one or two questions before we leave for today. Okay, so there is no question. In that case, we'll be ending the live now and see you next Thursday for another exciting and inspiring, insightful session. Thank you so much for joining us today. God bless you.